Hi guys, a very warm welcome. Today we are going to discuss something which is very important when it comes to investing, and that is return. Basically, there are three kind of return. One is absolute return, second is CAGR, which we also call compounded annual growth rate, and third is XIRR, that is extended internal rate of return. Now, first we will discuss what they are, and then we will go into the calculation part. Now, first let's talk about absolute return. So you can see on the screen there is a formula given for absolute return. So it is basically difference between current NAV minus initial NAV. Then I will divide it with the initial NAV, and then I multiply the whole term with 100. So that will give us absolute return. Now this current NAV is also we can say this is current market value, and initial NAV is the cost. So suppose if I give you an example, let's suppose the cost was 100 rupees, and then the current market value, let's say 120 rupees. If I need to calculate the absolute return, then I will simply take the difference 120 minus 100, that is 20. If I divide it with the cost or the initial NAV, that is 100, then I will get 0.2. Sorry, this 0.2 is the absolute return. If I multiply this absolute return with 100, then I will get the percentage absolute return. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this term with 100. So this is 20%. So absolute returns in terms of percentage is 20. So if we look at the formula, we are not seeing anywhere the time. So the holding period is missing in all this calculation. So basically this absolute returns telling us how much amount has grown, but it is not telling us about the time period or the investment horizon. So that is not actually giving us the complete picture. To overcome this difficulty or to get the more clear view of the returns, we can move to the second term, which is called CAGR, that is compounded annual growth rate. Now you can see the formula on the screen. CAGR is equal to ending value divided by beginning value to the power 1 upon number of years minus 1. Now this term number of years is the holding period. Ending value is the current market value. Beginning value is the cost. So again, if we take the similar example like cost is equal to 100. Now if ending price or the current market value let's say 120, and if I say number of years or the time is, let's say, 2 years. Now if I have to calculate this CAGR, then first I will take the ratio of ending value upon beginning value. So what it will be? So ending value is current market value divided by cost. The ratio is 1.2. Now I apply 1 to the power 1 by number of years. So simply 1.2 apply number of years 1 by number of years are 2, or we can simply, okay, so this is giving 1.095445. Now I just need to subtract 1 from this value. You can see here this minus 1 is given in the formula, minus 1. So this is the CAGR, 0.095445. If I need the percentage value, then I can simply multiply this with 100. Now 9.544512 is the percentage CAGR. Now what CAGR is saying, if I invested 100 rupees, then every year it will increase with a percent of 9.544512. So this is giving us the percentage annual return or compounded annual growth rate. Okay. But this is important for lump sum investment, and if we have a single cash flow, then we can simply calculate the CAGR for that particular cash flow. But what will happen if we have multiple cash flows, or we have an SIP going on in a mutual fund? Then this will be very difficult, because we have to calculate CAGR for each and every cash flow. Suppose I am telling you an example. Suppose I am having an SIP for 300 months. Now the first month SIP amount will be in the market for 300 months. But the second SIP investment I will be making after 1 month, so it will be in the market only for 299 months. Similarly, the third month SIP amount will be in the market only for 298 months. And the last month SIP amount will be only for 1 month. So the holding period is different for each and every SIP investment. Now, as we are seeing in the formula, the holding period is in consideration. So the value or the return will be different for each and every SIP investment. So we have to calculate the CAGR multiple times for each and every SIP investment or each and every cash flow. So to overcome this difficulty, what we can do, we can simply use the term called XIRR. XIRR, or we can say extended internal rate of return. Now there is a formula in Excel, and by using this formula we can calculate the XIRR. But first we need to understand what is XIRR. So if I explain XIRR, it is nothing but an aggregation of multiple CAGR. If I am making multiple investment in a fund, then I can use XIRR formula to calculate overall CAGR for all those investments taken together. So it is simply when we are having periodic cash flow, irregular cash flow, or multiple investments we are making, then we can, to calculate the aggregate CAGR, we can use this function called XIRR. Let me show you with an example. Now here on the screen you can see there is a table given, and in this table you can see there are dates and SIP amount is given. Now if I assume that I'm making an SIP for next 1 year, and that is monthly SIP. On 1st of every month I'm making a payment of 600 rupees. So you can see on 1st of January I'm making a payment of 600 rupees. This amount is showing with a negative sign, and the reason is this is an outflow. Money is going out of my pocket because I'm making an investment in a fund. So this is an outflow. That is the reason it is negative. So on 1st of January I'm making an SIP of 600 rupees. Then 1st of February I'm making an investment of 600 rupees, and this is continue till 1st of December. Okay, the last SIP amount I invested on 1st of December, that is also 600 rupees. Now on 1st of January 2020 I redeemed all my investment, and the investment value comes as 7,800 rupees. Now this is an assumption I'm taking here, that 7,800 rupees is a redemption amount. We will come on this part later, and we will discuss how this redemption amount is being calculated. Okay, so now if I need to calculate the XIRR or the aggregate CAGR, then how I will calculate? You can see on the screen there is a formula given, XIRR. What we need to calculate XIRR, values and then dates. This last term I can ignore, so this is not needed. So if I simply put that formula equal, then type XIRR, then I will simply tab. Okay, now it is asking for values, so I need to provide the values. Values means all the cash flows, whether positive or negative, whether I invested the amount or I redeemed, all the cash flows we need to consider. So from C2 till C13, these are the SIP investment or cash outflow, and C14 is the cash inflow, redemption amount. I will consider all those cash flow. Then I put comma. Next it is asking for dates. So dates when the investments are made. So first investment made on 1st of January, so I select that. then I will drag till 13, and then till B14, that is the redemption day. So I consider all, then I put close this, and then I hit enter. So it is giving the XIRR 0.1566984. Now if I need to, you can see the formula in Formula 1 as well. Now if I need to get the percentage value, I can simply multiply this with 100. You can see I'm multiplying this with 100 in Formula 1. I will hit enter. Now 15.669835 is the XIRR in terms of percentage, and that is aggregated CAGR considering all the cash flows, inflow and outflow. Now coming to the redemption, how we calculate the redemption value, or I can say current market value, what is the value of investment today. So you can see in the screen, redemption amount is equal to number of units into NAV per unit. So simply if we multiply NAV per unit with number of units, then we can get the redemption amount. Suppose as an example, I have 100 units and today NAV is 78. Then I simply multiply this 100 with 78, and that will give 7,800 rupees. That is the redemption amount. How this is being calculated. Now if this NAV rather than 78, if it is 60, then the redemption value or the current market value will be 6,000 rupees. Now suppose if the value is 6,000, what will be the XIR? So 6 1 2 3. Okay, hit. Now the XIRR will be different. Okay, if suppose the redemption value is 7,500, XIRR will be different. Okay, 7,800 as we calculated earlier. The XIRR is 15.66. So it is simply providing us the information regarding the compounded returns or aggregated CAGR. Okay, so that's it from today, and thank you for watching the video. I hope it explains everything regarding this CAGR, XIR and absolute return concept. Thank you very much.